Munyurangabo is a powerful and moving film that tells a story of friendship, forgiveness, and healing in the aftermath of the Rwandan genocide. The movie follows the journey of two young friends Munyurangabo and Sangwa, as they set out to visit Munyurangabo's parents in the countryside. Along the way they encounter various challenges and obstacles, including tribal tensions, poverty, and violence. Despite the difficult circumstances they face, Munyurangabo and Sangwa remain steadfast in their friendship, and their journey becomes a metaphor for the process of healing and reconciliation that Rwanda must go through as a nation. Director Lee Isaac Chung does an excellent job of capturing the beauty and complexity of Rwanda, and his use of non-professional actors gives the film a raw and authentic feel. The performances of the two leads, Jeff Rudajingwa as Munyurangabo and Eric Nurunkandiye as Sangwa, are particularly noteworthy. Both actors deliver understated and naturalistic performances that perfectly capture the spirit of their characters. Munyurangabo was directed by Lee Isaac Chung and produced by his wife Valerie Steinberg. The film was shot on location in Rwanda using a mixture of professional and non-professional actors, many of whom had never acted before. Chung and Steinberg had previously lived and worked in Rwanda, and they were inspired to make the film after hearing the stories of local people who had lived through the genocide. They worked closely with the cast and crew to create a film that accurately reflected the experiences of the Rwandan people. One of the unique aspects of the film is the way in which it blends fact and fiction. The two lead actors Jeff Rudajingwa and Eric Nurunkandiye play characters that share their own first names and some elements of their personal histories. This approach gives the film a sense of authenticity and immediacy that is often lacking in Hollywood productions. The filmmakers also made an effort to immerse themselves in Rwandan culture, working with local musicians to create the film's soundtrack and incorporating Kinyarwanda, the local language, into the dialogue. Despite the challenges of shooting on location in a developing country, the filmmakers were able to complete the film on a modest budget with the help of a dedicated local crew. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 2007, where it was met with critical acclaim and helped to raise awareness of Rwandan cinema. Like many films, Munyurangabo faced its share of challenges and controversies during production and release. One of the biggest challenges was the language barrier. Although the filmmakers had lived in Rwanda and were familiar with Kinyarwanda, they still needed to work with translators and language coaches to ensure that the actors understood their lines and delivered them convincingly. Another challenge was the difficulty of filming in rural Rwanda, where access to electricity and running water was limited. The crew had to work with generators and other improvised equipment to get the shots they needed. In terms of controversies, the film's use of non-professional actors was criticized by some Rwandan filmmakers, who felt that it perpetuated stereotypes about the country and its people. Some also took issue with the fact that the film was directed by a non-Rwandan filmmaker. Despite these criticisms, Munyurangabo was generally well received by audiences and critics alike. Many praised the film for its authenticity, emotional resonance and nuanced portrayal of post-genocide Rwanda. Munyurangabo received positive reception from audiences and critics alike. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 2007, where it was nominated for the Camera d'Or Award and received a standing ovation from the audience. The film went on to screen at numerous other film festivals around the world, where it continued to receive critical acclaim. It won several awards, including the Grand Jury Prize at the AFI Fest and the Best First Feature Award at the Los Angeles Film Festival. Critics praised the film for its emotional depth, powerful performances, and authentic portrayal of post-genocide Rwanda. The film was also noted for its use of non-professional actors, which gave it a sense of rawness and immediacy that was often lacking in Hollywood productions. Despite its relatively low profile, Munyurangabo helped to raise awareness of Rwandan cinema and inspired other filmmakers to explore the country's rich cultural heritage. The film remains an important and moving work that offers a unique perspective on the aftermath of the Rwandan genocide. Munyurangabo is a character-driven film that explores the relationship between two friends, Munyurangabo and Sangwa, as they travel through the Rwandan countryside. Here are some of the key moments in the movie. The film opens with Munyurangabo arriving in Kigali from his rural village. He meets up with his friend Sangwa, and the two set off on a journey to visit Munyurangabo's family. The majority of the film takes place during Munyurangabo and Sangwa's road trip. Along the way they encounter various people and situations that test their friendship and force them to confront their own fears and desires. While passing through a small village, Munyurangabo steals a machete from a shop. This act of petty theft causes tension between him and Sangwa, who disapproves of his friend's behavior. As the journey continues, Sangwa's father confronts Munyurangabo about the machete and demands that he return it. This leads to a heated argument that puts their friendship at risk. In the film's final moments, Munyurangabo and Sangwa come to a place of understanding and forgiveness. They part ways, but not before acknowledging the strength of their friendship and the importance of their shared experiences. Overall, Munyurangabo is a thought-provoking and emotionally resonant film that offers a unique perspective on the aftermath of the Rwandan genocide. It is a must-see for anyone interested in African cinema or stories of resilience and forgiveness in the face of tragedy.